Euclid's Elements, Book 2, Proposition 11. To cut a given straight line in such a way that the rectangle contained by the whole and one of the segments is equal to the square on the remaining segment. What I'll do first is draw up our line, and I've got to do a bunch of steps first, and then I'll write up what our actual to-do is. So step 1 is proposition 46 of book 1, and Euclid builds the square on AB. We'll call that square AD. And then he bisects AC at E, and he joins E to B, and then he continues line CA in such a way that, we'll say up to F, that FE is equal to EB. And then he builds our second square on FA and continues that side all the way through. Call that T, R, S, and K. So we've got square FS as well. And then we bisected AC at E, so AE is equal to EC. And by proposition 3 of book 1, we made FE equal to EB. Now we'll write up our to-do. Our given straight line was AB, and we cut it at S, and our claim is that the rectangle contained by the whole AB and one of the segments SB, so rectangle AB SB, is equal to the square on the remaining segment of AB, which would be AS. Okay. Step 4. We know that from proposition 6 of book 2, that we've got our whole straight line CA and we added a straight line to it. And therefore, the square on the rectangle contained by CF plus the added straight line plus the square on the half of the original is equal to the square on the half plus the added straight line together as one straight line. I'll write that up. So that's CF, the rectangle CF, FA, plus the square on half of the original, AE, is equal to the square on EA, FA, which is EF. We're up here at step 5. But we know that EF was made equal to EB. That's what we did in step 3. So we're going to replace the square on EF with the square on EB for our step 5. CF FA, the rectangle, plus the square on AE equals the square on EB. But by proposition 47 of book 1, we know that, well, first of all, this is a right angle here because it's the corner of a square. So now we have right triangle EAB, which means that the square, by proposition 47, the square on EA plus the square on AB is equal to the square on EB. B squared equals AE squared plus AB squared. So I'm going to replace EB with AE, the squares on AB, replace the square in BE with the square in AE and the square in AB. So we'll rewrite step 5. We've got the rectangle CF FA plus our square on AE is equal to the square on AE plus the square on AB. the square on AE plus the square on AB. Now we're going to utilize common notion 3, and we're going to subtract the square AE from both sides. Once we do that, we're going to be left with the rectangle CFFA equaling the square AB. Step 9. But the rectangle CFFA, because FA is equal to FK, since the figure FS was a square, we can see that the rectangle CFFA is nothing more than, or is effectively the rectangle FT. And we know that the square on AB, by another name, is the figure or square AD. Now we're going to utilize common notion number 3 again. Equals subtracted from equals makes equals. I'm going to subtract the figure AT from both sides of our equation in step 9. Subtract figure or rectangle, not FT, AT. Now we're left with, take out AT from the rectangle FT, we're left with the square FS equaling the rectangle SD. But the rectangle FS is the square on AS. And our figure or rectangle SD, because BD is equal to AB, then this rectangle is effectively AB SB. Which, this last part here, is the same as our to-do, which means that we have, to our given straight line AB, cut it in such a way, namely at S, such that the rectangle contained by the whole AB and one of the segments, namely SB, is equal to the square on the remaining segment, namely AS. Q, E,